New numbers out today on the strength of the economy. Employers adding 175,000 jobs last month. Now, that was short of economists' expectations, but still steady growth in the labor market. President Biden touting the numbers, saying well over 15 million jobs created since I took office, wages rising faster than prices, and unemployment below 4% for a record 27 months in a row. Former President Trump today, not surprisingly, offering a very different take.
The job numbers came out, they're really, really low, really bad. Our economy's bad, and now it's starting to show. So you'll see, and it'll only get worse. It'll only get worse.
Joining us now, senior White House advisor Gene Sperling. Mr. Sperling, thanks for making time for us. And first, I just want to get your top line. What's your read on the numbers? Is this good enough, or is this cause for concern?
We've been saying for a while that after the just rocket job growth that we had in 2021, and that we needed to transition to what would be strong but sustainable job growth. What you have now is still an average of 245,000 jobs created per month in this year so far. So even now in 2024, this is a stronger jobs market than many, many people predicted. I will say under the previous administration, they never had a single year that averaged over 200,000 jobs per month. We're still averaging 245,000 even in this month. And then the fact that unemployment was still under 4% for the 27th month in a row. That hasn't happened in 50, 60 years. So, you know, it's not good enough because, you know, people are still facing too high costs in their family and personal lives. But in terms of the job market, yes, this is steady, sustainable job growth, better than even a soft landing. It's a very steady and strong landing.
So there's a little upside downness to the world of the economy and finance, which is that if the news is bad, then it increases the chance of a Federal Reserve rate cut, which would juice the economy, right? So this is for normal people, we look at this and say, wait, if it's bad, it's good. When we think about what the Federal Reserve might do, I know it's not your job to tell the Federal Reserve what to do. Do you think that we're headed for a rate cut and to goose the economy in the next few months, maybe the next 6 months, let's say?
Well, you know, going to your first point, I do think it's very important when you're in the White House in a policy job to be focused on what's good for the economy as opposed to what the reaction is. And you're right, you can have moments where you know, the market may respond less to what's happening in the real economy and more on what they think the Federal Reserve is going to do. But I think that what people have always hoped for is that the transition from this, you know, there's been 15.4 million jobs created, almost 15 in 3 years. That's unheard of before President Biden came in. But no one ever suggested that was sustainable. And the question is, was it going to be a hard downturn, or were you going to be able to transition to something steady, sustainable? The kind of job growth we're seeing right now is historically strong. The fact that you could come down from these, you know, huge job growth numbers that took place when President Biden came in after the American Rescue Plan, after dealing with the pandemic, and that you can have this kind of transition. I think, truthfully, Democrat, Republican, everybody would say honestly that this is exactly the type of transition to strength and sustainability that you would like to see without a downturn that might bring inflation down, but would hurt millions and millions of Americans.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.